What's going on, guys? We are finally back on the water. It's been about a month and a half since I think both of us, right?
Yeah.
Since both of us have been fishing, so that's why it's been about a month and a half since I last released my video. But yeah, we're back. It's Pete with the hook set. Justin, you guys have seen him before plenty of times in the past. We were back at Pine Flat Lake. It's December, what is it, the 23rd? 22nd? December 22nd, 2019. First time back out on the water, and we're winter fishing, right? The last video I think I put out was the multi-species. That's still happening, but just because we both haven't been out for a while, that's gonna be put on a quick pause, and we're gonna go out here and hopefully catch some fish, right? Haven't been out for about a month and a half. Absolutely no idea what the fishes are doing, aside from just, your typical winter patterns, right? So we're gonna run that today. We've got a Carolina rig, football jigs, spoon, Ned rigs, and a drop shot. All the winter stuff, just the basic winter stuff. So we're not gonna make it too complicated, but hopefully we can find some schools of shad and some bass, because I haven't hooked up for at least a month and a half, right? Because I just haven't been out fishing. So yeah, stick with us, and hopefully it's supposed to rain later on today, and it's actually supposed to get kind of windy. The winds are supposed to come up to like 13 to 15 miles an hour. It's 7 a.m. or a little past 7 a.m. right now, so the conditions are absolutely great, right? You've got a little bit of cloud cover on top there. Those are actually storm clouds though, so it's not the best, but we're going to be looking at, your 30 to 40 feet, maybe even deeper. So I don't think that it's going to affect those fishes that are too deep. Maybe the bass that are going to be typically in the shallower areas, but yeah, we're not targeting the shallow bass. We're going to be looking for some of those deeper schooling spotted bass. So hang tight with us, and hopefully we can catch some fish for you guys. Winter fishing at Pine Flat Lake. Let's go. Oh, check that out, dude. So there was a deer that was just up there. Where'd it go? Oh, it's still there? Oh, there he is right there, huh? Dang. He's kind of
Like an 8 point?
Is it?
8 point,
Yeah,
9?
that's a
Yeah.
freaking toad, dude.
Trophy buck.
Nice,
right
man.
there.
Trophy bucks. We're looking for some trophy bass though. Alright guys, real quick, we just got to our first spot. We're going to be scanning. Air temperature is about 53 degrees. Water temperature right now is 55 degrees, right? 7 a.m. in the morning. It's not too crazy cold, and probably gonna end up spending a lot of time running the big motor, right? Just because we don't know where anything's at. We're gonna try to look for our schools of shad, schools of bass, and hopefully we come across something in one of those areas, so that way we don't spend too much time running the big motor and actually more time on the trolling motor and with the lines in the water. So those are the conditions that we're looking at right now. All right. Now, here's a little update. We've been fishing for a little over an hour now. Haven't marked too many things on the graph. I'm trying to keep that sun out of you guys' face, but I haven't marked too much on the graph. We've pretty much have fished some of the common areas that I've had luck in the past with, so we gave those areas a try. Just dragging the Carolina rig, a football jig, and Justin, you were throwing like a Kitech, right, like an underspin. Yeah. Staying in that 30-foot range, 30 to 35-foot range, with no luck. Occasionally we'll find, I'll see like, one or two kind of arches on the graph, but no obvious signs of any kind of school or any bait fish at all, right? So we're going to try 2 more areas to see if there's anything that is worth stopping for, and after that we might completely change tactics. We're seeing a couple fishes kind of surface and blow up, so if the deep fishing game doesn't work out, then we might even go shallow just to try it out, because obviously fishing deep ain't working out for us, so you just gotta switch it up. So yeah, that's kind of our like hour-and-a-half update. We're gonna keep on fishing real hard. I'm still pretty I think I still have a lot of hope left, because winter fishing, if you come across a school, then you're gonna catch them real good. So I think we still got a real good shot, whether it's gonna be a good school of bass or a good school of shad. If you can stay with the school of shad, and then eventually the bass will come and they'll start topping them on them, right? So that's the experience I've had in the past, at least with it. So it is not a by any means a done deal yet. It's only been an hour and a half into the day, so we're gonna keep on fishing hard. All right, we'll check in with you guys in a little bit. There's a fish, Dustin. Bruh, it's on. Oh, the leech, dude. It's right off this leech, man. Look at this guy. Oh yeah, look at these spots, dude. It's phenomenal, brother. They look bigger in the water, huh?
Yeah, they look way bigger.
Man, this guy looks like a freaking horse, dude. There we go. Cool. There we go, dude. There's another one. Look at them, Dustin. They're lined up down there now, bro. it's the bait, dude. It's the presentation, man. Oh. There's one right there, dude. Right there, Dustin. Yeah, just maintain us and just keep the course, you know what I mean? And that way you can keep fishing. Oh, brother, Dustin! This thing is real.
3 catches, 3 fish.
That's right, dude. It ain't glorious fishing, man, but fish on! You know what I'm saying, dude?
I gotta fix that. Hey.
Huh? It might just be the magnification, I don't know, man, but there you go, dude. There's another one. Oh, there's one. Right there, Justin. Brother. They're still here, Justin. Oh, man. Might have to come up, dude, so I can take care of this guy here. All right, so here's an update for you guys. It's 11. Was it 11 o'clock right now? Yeah. It is, right? So it's 11 o'clock right now. We've been fishing since about 7. We caught 5 fish so far, all within the last, I'd say, hour. A lot of scanning, a lot of running the big motor, but eventually we came across this stretch of bank here and started dragging the Carolina rig. I caught 4. Then Justin finally caught number 5 with his hula grub. Right? No, not hula grub. Just a jig, huh? Yeah. So Justin caught number 5 with his jig. We were just getting ready to leave to go look for maybe a school of shad or something like that, because this stretch of bank kind of slowed down for us. So right when we pulled the trolling motor up, put the rods down, all of a sudden it looks like a pack of bass just kind of came through and he started feeding. So I figured, hey, you know, let me try dropping the spoon down real quick. We did that, and maybe about 2 minutes later, Justin hooked up with this jig. So that's kind of where we're at now. The sun has completely disappeared on us. It's cloudy now, and it's not very windy yet. The weather is forecasted to be pretty windy later on, so we'll see. The wind's starting to pick up, but it's not so much to where it's kind of giving us any problems with fishing and controlling the boat and stuff like that. So we're not getting pushed around too much yet. So we're probably gonna stay here, the same spot where we caught all our fish so far, for maybe another like 10 or so minutes, just because that's kind of how it's been earlier when I was throwing that Carolina rig and I was catching them. Fishing it really slow, just dragging it behind the boat, and then I pick up one, continue dragging it, turn around, trying to double back, and thinking that, hey, well, you know what, maybe we should pick it up and go, and then all of a sudden catch one more. So it's just kind of kept us here essentially, right? They're not really stacked up, I would say, but it is a consistent bite. But that's kind of what I've experienced in the past as well too, is when I catch them on a Carolina rig, it happens to be pretty consistent wherever it is I'm catching it. But if it's going to be on a point or on a small stretch of bank, I'll just constantly make passes and I'll just pick up one at a time, really slow fishing. So that's kind of how it's been so far. The water temperature has been pretty consistent with 55 to 56 degrees. We haven't seen any large schools of shad yet. We tried looking for quite some time. We're here in the main lake, and we haven't found any large schools of shad yet. So we're gonna head up to the river area and see if we can come across a school of shad over there and maybe get on a good spoon bite. So we'll see. Hang out with us. We're not done yet. We ain't going anywhere, and unless the weather and the wind kind of tells us otherwise, but we're gonna keep fishing hard. We've got a 5-fish limit already, so we're pretty excited about that. We're gonna try to just see if we can get bigger and better size on that. All right, so we'll see. All right, so after about pretty close to an hour of running around, we went up the river like we talked about earlier, looking for shad. Didn't find a damn thing up there. So we ran the motor for quite some time. Ended up coming back out to the main lake. And we're probably going to be finishing this area up here. We're going to be fishing the north side of the bank now. Earlier we were on the south side, and we're probably going to be finishing up the day over here. Maybe within the next, I don't know, I'd say another 2 hours, huh, Justin? Yeah, we'll get another 2 hours over here and try to hopefully we catch something nice. But practically used or spent an hour of looking for shad. Couldn't find a damn thing. So it is what it is. I mean, we went to some of the common areas some of the areas that I have located shad before. Went to the back of some coves, stuck in that 30 to 40 foot, came out to 60 feet as well too, scanning the kind of coves and the mouths of the coves with absolutely no luck. And then we looking for some birds, right? With absolutely no luck as well either. So we finally made our way back to the main lake, and here we are now, kind of fishing the main lake. Found a spot where we had a couple birds. Still no shad here, but then at least we found an area that looks like we finally marked some fishes that are just hugging the bottom practically. So we're here now, and we're gonna give it a shot, and hopefully we catch a couple more before we get out of here. All right. I think I have a fish on mine. You want them? Oh, you just missed one? Yeah. I think I'm going through them, dude.
You did super light.
Uh-huh.
It was like a tick tick. I was like, oh, that's not right. It went tick 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 tick.
Yeah.
Was that? So I waited a little bit. It went tick tick again. And took the hook, and then nothing.
Uh-huh. That's kind of what I felt too, just right before you set the hook. Like it felt like rock, but then also, okay, here we go.
Yeah, it was like that.
There's fish.
Yeah. It's exactly like that.
Yeah. You see that, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly how mine just here right now.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting. I was like, man, I don't know if that's it or not or what. So I was waiting. And then right before, and I already felt that before too. And you set your hook. So I had a feeling that he was probably just constantly just chasing it, you know what I mean? Here we go. Little guy, dude. Little guy.
Another one.
Mm-hmm. Another one off the leash. There's a fish right there, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Oh, yeah. He's fighting hard. He's fighting hard, dude. I know this might be the one, huh? It might be, dude. Yeah, this is the color here, Dustin. Go. This is probably one of the big ones up there. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely.
He's definitely the biggest.
He's the big one, huh?
Some other ones we caught.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for us today at Pine Flat Lake. Very, very slow day, but you know, we fished from 7 a.m. till it's about almost 2 o'clock right now. We didn't catch our first fish until what, like 11? Oh, Justin?
Yeah, like 10:30.
10:30, 11 o'clock, so you had to grind it out, right? First time coming back on the water for about a month and a half, so I had absolutely no idea what they were doing. We just ran our typical wintertime patterns here. Couldn't find any shad at all, so I went back to the trusty old, you know, Carolina rig, and I had my spoon ready to go, but they didn't take that out at all today. Justin caught his fish on a jig, and he missed quite a few of them on the jig as well too. We're dragging it about 35 feet to 40 feet, right, give or take. And it's a really slow presentation, right? Today, majority of the fish came off of this guy right here, this leech or reaper, whatever it is you want to call it. But it's very, very slow, very, very light bite as well too. So we're using a light wire hook, throwing it in about 35 to 40 feet. And you know, you've got to have a long rod in order to pick up all the slack line between you and the hook, so that way you get a good hook penetration on the fish. But once you do, they stay pinned pretty good for the most part. So we couldn't find any schools of shad to kind of see whether or not if the bigger fishes were feeding off the shad. So we caught them pretty much just kind of slow rolling or trolling through a stretch of bank here by dragging the Carolina rig behind us, right? So that's gonna be it, man. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hopefully I get out sooner than later, so that way I release more videos for you guys. All right, guys, see you next time.